This is the story of a woman who vanished on her wedding anniversary and a man who discovered that once a narrative takes control, the truth becomes optional. This is Gone Girl. Nick Dunn wakes up on the morning of his 5th wedding anniversary expecting nothing more than another strained day in a marriage that has quietly lost its warmth. He moves through his house on autopilot, rehearsing polite conversations, when a sudden feeling of wrongness stops him cold. A table is overturned. Glass is scattered across the floor. The living room doesn't look chaotic by accident. It looks arranged, as if disorder itself has been carefully planned. His wife, Amy, is gone. Nick calls the police, and the house quickly fills with unfamiliar faces. Officers examine every corner. Neighbors gather outside. News vans arrive. Because Amy Dunn is not just a missing woman, she is intelligent, charming, and the real-life inspiration behind a wildly successful children's book series. The public already feels like they know her, and they care deeply about what happened to her. Almost immediately, they begin searching for someone to blame. That person becomes Nick. Nick does not behave the way a grieving husband is expected to behave. He smiles at inappropriate moments. He struggles to express emotion on camera. His reactions feel delayed, rehearsed, or strangely empty. Each interview he gives makes him appear less trustworthy, and public sympathy begins to evaporate. As the investigation deepens, Nick's personal life is pulled apart in public. His finances are collapsing. His marriage was far from perfect. He kept secrets, told lies, and avoided difficult truths. Each revelation sharpens the image forming around him, an image that becomes harder to escape. Then Amy's diary is discovered, and the story transforms overnight. The diary describes a marriage slowly becoming unbearable. Amy writes about fear, emotional manipulation, and control. She portrays Nick as growing colder, more unpredictable, and quietly dangerous. She suggests that she believes he might eventually kill her. The media erupts. Nick is no longer a confused husband searching for his missing wife. He is a villain. Evidence begins to surface with unsettling precision. Purchases Nick cannot explain. A pregnancy he never mentioned. Carefully planted clues that seem almost designed to guide the investigation toward one unavoidable conclusion. Nick insists he is innocent, but his words no longer matter, because the story has already been written for him. Then the truth surfaces. Amy is alive, and she has been watching everything unfold. The diary was fabricated, the clues were staged. The disappearance was planned long before it happened. Amy did not vanish out of fear. She vanished to reclaim control. She believed Nick had betrayed her, not just emotionally, but by failing to uphold the perfect image of marriage she demanded. And for Amy, betrayal deserved punishment. She wanted Nick humiliated, isolated, and trapped inside a narrative he could never escape, while the world watched and believed every word. But control is fragile. As Amy hides, her plan begins to unravel. Resources disappear. Trust breaks down. And she realizes that disappearing forever would cost her the thing she values most: attention, power, the ability to shape the story. When Amy returns, the truth becomes even darker, because this is no longer about innocence or guilt. It is about survival. Nick understands the game now. Amy understands that leaving is no longer an option. They are bound together by lies so destructive that exposing them would destroy both of them. Their marriage becomes a psychological prison, built on performance rather than truth. Gone Girl is not a mystery about a missing woman. It is a story about identity, manipulation, and control. It is about how love becomes a weapon, how narratives replace reality, and how people remain trapped not because they are happy, but because leaving would mean losing the story they worked so hard to protect. Because sometimes the most dangerous thing in a relationship is knowing exactly how to destroy the person who knows you best.